My next guest is going to be back in action, taking on Gage Morsette, Fusion Fight League, August 23rd. It is right around the corner. Happy to be joined by Chris Moroman here on the program. Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Glad to be back fighting again.
Yes, it's good to see you back. Tell me how this all came together with you fighting for Fusion Fight League. Big opportunity coming up here on the 23rd.
Roxanne had really good experiences with Fusion, so I was like, well, if they treated her good, I'll go try it out. And it's a local fight for Montana, so I can go visit family. It's perfect.
Yeah, it kind of all worked out. And if people didn't know who Roxanne is, obviously the women's MMA legend, Roxanne Modafferi. You guys are married, which is super cool. I got to ask, just how cool is it to be with someone that's also been in the fighting world? They understand sort of the fighter lifestyle compared to, the average person that would be in a relationship.
Totally mandatory. If you fight and you're with a normal person, they're not going to understand when it comes time to cut weight. They're going to be trying to get you to do stuff that you shouldn't be doing. But with someone who's lived the life for as long as she did, she understands. Like, I got to make sacrifices. I got to miss out on certain things, but it's all for the fight. So it's all worth it.
Big layoff coming into this fight. I think your last fight was in 2021. What was the reason for that for people who might be wondering?
So my last fight, I proposed to Roxanne after the fight, and we started a family. We have a 1-year-old son now, so it was mostly just getting things in under control in our house to get it to where I have the freedom to fight again.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. I got 2 boys myself. I know it's a lot of work, being a parent. So good on you for prioritizing that and, not overwhelming yourself, which is great. Interesting opponent here, Morsette. I mentioned that 2-fight veteran. What do you know about him? How do you feel like you match up against him here?
Should be a fun fight. He knows Jordan Levitt and him were on a similar card. I think he was cornering someone on the same card as Jordan. So he saw him. I think that was like back in his 6th amateur fight. So I got a little bit of a heads up on how he is. He seems like a good guy, so I'm happy to share the cage with him. It's not like some of these guys that are going to try and just talk trash and be disrespectful to sell a fight. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to just focus on the fight, not have to worry about the trash talk, right? I'm sure that's a nice benefit to going into this one.
Yeah, no drama. Like, a couple of really good ground fighters, probably gonna get to see a good submission from one of us, hopefully.
Yeah, I'd say so. Tell me a bit about camp. You mentioned Jordan Levitt. Who are some of your main training partners that are helping you get ready for this fight?
Jordan's been my ground guy. He's the go-to. He's the GOAT when it comes to ground fighting. And then I also have a couple of really good guys in the stand-up area. I've been working a lot, so I've been coming along pretty far. But Brandon Jenkins has been making a huge difference in my stand-up. I love that guy.
Nice. Yeah, Brandon's got some pretty good knockouts in his career too. Former UFC fighter there, which is doesn't hurt having that. And what's the vibe like at Syndicate? I know you guys have a lot of good, not only good training partners but good human beings. You mentioned Jordan Levitt. I'm sure it's great to be in the gym with him every day.
Jordan's a great guy. Like I said, he just left the house. He came over here for my last Saturday of hard sparring with him, and I love that dude. Like, good humans, if you can surround yourself with good people with similar goals, you can go far. It's when you have people that don't have the same morals. Like, we got a lot of ego in different people. They get worried about getting tapped out, but they're okay getting knocked out. So it's strange.
Yeah, no, I bet it's good. Good, you got a good room there, as they say, which is great. How about the weight cut? Do you have to cut much for this fight? What's that process like leading into the matchup?
So I usually hang out right around 175 to 178, and then I'll drop 10 pounds through diet and then the last 10 in water.
Okay, that's good. Sounds pretty easy. And then when are you heading out there? Like, take me through sort of the travel and all that, because you're coming from Vegas.
Yeah, we're going to fly out, get out there, do the weigh-in, say hi to some family, just relax until it's time to party.
Yeah, for sure. Who's making the trip out there with you? Who'll be in your corner?
It's going to be Roxanne.
Nice. Pretty good corner, I'd say, as someone with as many fights as she's had and the who's who. And like I said, a pioneer in the sport. So that's got to be great. How's this fight playing out? You mentioned two ground guys. I think, possibly a submission in this one, but how do you see this fight unfolding on August 23rd?
With any luck, I'm going to go out there, touch gloves, get punched in the face, and have a fun time. I want to just bang for as long as he's willing to, and then we're going to end up on the ground and someone's going to get tapped out. I got a lot of submissions under my belt, so it's my go-to.
And then not looking past August 23rd, what's sort of the plan for the rest of the year in your career? Like, is it just, good opportunities? If they come up, you'll seize it type thing? What's sort of the game plan after this?
We'll see. I really want to try and get another like 10 or so fights in before I hang it up. So
okay.
Montana seems like a good place to get some fights right now.
Yeah, I'd say so. Fusion putting on some really good cards there as well. And I know when we were setting up this interview, you have a day job. What is it you do for work outside of fighting?
I'm a tradesman.
Cool.
525 plumber, like local 525's giving me a lot of money, a lot of support. They changed my life. So they're one of my biggest sponsors.
Nice. That's great. And I imagine fairly reasonable as far as doing that job and training and everything. I'm sure it's fairly manageable.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard work all day, so I count that as strength training, and then I get home and can get my cardio in and all my groundwork, my stand-up fundamentals. Life is good.
Yeah, I'd say so. And this is going to be a great card. It's a Fusion Fight League coming up here August 23rd. If you can't make it in person, you can go check that out on Spectation Sports. Chris, thanks so much for the time. I know you're a busy guy. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
I just want to thank Jenkins. I want to thank Jordan, and I want to thank the Hall 525. They've made my life what it is today.